Well. Here we are. It's, needy girl overdose. Did you guys learn anything? Like, did you learn anything from this anime? The majority of my watchers are like between the ages of 25 and 35 years old, according to my stats. And I don't think we're gonna learn much from this anime. But to be fair, I wasn't really here to learn anything. I was here just to enjoy the chaos. When you get as old as I am, or as old as we are, of a collection, we already know that life is just one giant meat grinder. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just grind us up and spit us back out like a rag doll. That's just how the world is. That's what's gonna happen if you allow the world to consume you. The world doesn't care about you. The world is just too big to give two shits. We're like ants being stepped on, okay? So, we've been known all this. If you don't know any of this, by the time you're at least 30 years old, or it's like you're a late bloomer just like I am. I figured all this out in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? That, I became a little bit more stoic. I became a little bit more privy to just not giving two shits what the world thinks about me, what the world thinks about about politics, all this shit that I can't control with my own being. I'm not gonna give two shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna cry over about someone halfway across the world, what's happening to them. I gotta fix my home first. I gotta fix my community first, and then after fixing my community, I gotta fix my township, and after fixing my township, I gotta fix my city. Once the city's fixed, I can focus on multiple cities, and from there, if multiple cities, we can fix the fucking state. After the state, we can focus on other states and fix the country. You know what I'm saying? Everything is baby steps. But first, you gotta fix your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? So that's ground fucking zero. The first thing you need to focus on is yourself, and not give two shits what people around you think, and be the best version you can be every single day. It's like when you're 30, it's like this is like a default. You know what I'm saying? You already went through high school. You already went through all the bullshit. You've been bullied for liking weird shit. It's like we're so over that. We're so over. It's been a decade now. Like, if you're still thinking about high school, like when you're 30s, it's like, come on. But yeah, the looming death stare of the wage is always gonna be there, though. We always gotta work. We gotta have money. We gotta eat. Gotta have roof over our heads. So yeah, what the public thinks about us is just so far and gone in between, since we care more about just what are we gonna fucking eat today. You know what I'm saying? I think that's even more important than just caring about public opinion about oneself. So yeah, while I didn't really learn much of anything, it is pretty fucking deep at times. I'm like, damn, that was pretty deep. It kind of reminds me of a little bit about my past. But yeah, once you become old enough, it's like, it's just fun. The chaos is fun. I think it was more chaotic and entertaining than it was deep, but it was still kind of deep when it had to be, and when it was deep until it wasn't, type shit. And I think that's the fucking point. You know what I'm saying? Within all the chaos, within all this world and all the bullshit, like, there's gonna be moments where we just gotta take a step back, man. Take a step fucking back. And realize that it's just all chaos. We're all just part of this giant meat grinder, whether we like it or not. We're all gonna be Thanos snapped one day, so we might as well just enjoy the chaos. But of course, don't be part of it. Don't go out there and just act like a fucking buffoon. Don't be that gesture. When they say don't go full retard, that's exactly don't do it, man. Just stay within your own confined space. Survive. That's the one thing that we all need to do is survive. And the biggest thing too is self-preservation. And I think we're all there, right? We're all fucking there. Like, just take a look at this picture. I just found this on my figurine collection, bro. This is what makes somebody happy. When you look at this picture, what do you think? I feel like, yeah, they just love this anime. They love this character, just like what K Angel represents. K Angel represents this something that people love and cherish for the sake of self-preservation. That's all it really is, guys. That's the answer. Self-preservation. And even shout out to my boy Perrin on the Wagey Discord. He looks at anime as giving him sustenance for life. Like that's just another form of self-preservation. And that's what this anime, I think, was trying to allude at. We got it. It's all in our heads. Whatever gives us strength, great. It gives you strength. That's what you should strive for. That's what we should look forward to. And to give us sustenance for the next day and the next day and the next day until, reality hits and we're old, or, we get Thanos snapped. That's just reality, and it sucks, and we're all part of it. We don't know when it's gonna happen, so why worry about it? Okay, so that's pretty much what I got out of this. But at the same time, I already knew a lot of this information. For me, I just enjoyed all the visuals. I enjoyed all the craziness. I enjoyed all the chaos. And of course, it made me retrospect yet again about where I am in my life. K Angel is dead. No, K Angel never died. She lives on in our hearts. Kachi, of course, has the most ordinary, normal future of them all. Like, what's fucking normal? Like, there's nothing fucking normal about life. We're literally floating in the middle of the fucking universe. Like, there's just, like, when people say the word normal, it just seems like I don't know. It just seems weird to me. And it all ends with an otaku. With the otaku. Yeah, it's like, bro. Yeah, it's okay. So let's continue with the otaku. This otaku isn't a specific character. It's a collective image of all otakus. So Kanjo bursts into his apartment and saves him. And they go to the seaside. Yeah, so that just I think that's just another example of self-preservation. Just K Angel busting into the home and saving you and me. It's like we chose anime. People choose skateboarding. People choose singing. People choose classical music. People choose movies. People choose video games. People choose archery. People choose walk in the parks. People choose scripture, the Quran. All these different things. The only thing that separates us is the difference within those. But they're all the fucking same. It's all just part of self-preservation, whether it's gods or angels, whatever the fuck. Even within atheism, they chose that to be their source of self-preservation. Even nihilists, I used to be a nihilist. Yeah, dumb, isn't that? Even nihilism, they chose an contradiction. So that's their own self-preservation. But yeah, deep, deep, but also it's really deep if you don't know any of this yet. But for someone who's old like me, it wasn't deep, but just pure fun chaos. Oh yeah. Gave it a 7 out of 10. I think 7 is a good score. Yeah, overall, collectively, we all gave it about a 7. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth watching. I think it's worth the fun. I think it's worth the chaos. I had a good time. So yeah, that's my love the characters, love the OST, love the OP. The OP is my top 3. Top 3 OP, man. That OP, it just slaps so hard, man. I just love it. Yeah, overall, 7 out of 10. Peace out, K Angel. I hope to see more of her in the future.